So we are here for the Major League Volleyball scores from Saturday, April 2026 through the end of the season, which is Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. So we had the Orlando Valkyries fall San Diego Mojo. San Diego Mojo defeat the Orlando Valkyries 3-2. As I assume the was and YouTube game. On Vice TV, the Atlanta Vibe fell to Indy Knight in a sweep 3-0. The Grand Rapids Rise defeat the Columbus Fury 3-2 on the Roku channel. On YouTube only game, the Dallas Plus swept the Omaha Super Rose 3-0 on April 16th. Omaha Super Rose swept the Orlando Valkyries 3-0 on April 17th. The Grand Rapids Rise get a 4-set victory at home against the Indy Knight 3-1. Gas South Arena in Atlanta, Southern Line swept by San Diego Mojo 3-0. That's Scripps Sports Network. Scripps Sports Network is like an over-the-air, like not over-the-air, I guess. It might be over-the-air eventually. That's those free-to-air streaming television, the FAST TV. And it's free-to-air streaming television, which is fast. And it's like Pluto TV, Tubi TV. Tubi TV has that service as well built in. Like Roku channel has free channels built in. They have free channels built in. They're TV channels. And they're kind of like ESPN has one, ESPN Eat the Oat Show. Or NFL has one, or NBA has one, like the highlights of old games, or maybe during like game nights they might have like the statcast views without showing the actual game. Or the animated kind of way of showing it, stuff. Or they'll show like NFL during game days of NFL Red Zone. That's like during they'll show like the highlights of plays that happen and whip your end around the scores and like stuff like that. Kind of like behind the scenes, and we're talking just music in the background. And Scripps Sports Network is like their games on or they'll have their like IN games on in WNBA, NWSL. But they'll also be showing like games like PWHL, Major League Volleyball. Other games that are trying to bring more sports events in there, like women's sports events, which is awesome. I like to see that. And they launched kind of like a month ago. Month and a half ago. So it's awesome though. We might show during the college season. We might show more college basketball. But some of the stuff that are showing on their main channel, ION main show, they'll definitely put on the Scripps Sports Network as well. If there's not two things, going on, which I think is awesome. And then victory. Plus, Columbus Free got swept by Dallas Post 3-0 on April 19th. The Grand Rapids Rise 3-1 winner over the Columbus Free. And Omaha Super Rose swept the Atlanta Vibe, as well as San Diego Mojo sweeping the Records. This is a CBS Sports Network game. Atlanta Vice TV game. Dallas Post fell the ending 9-4 sets, 3-1. And then Wednesday, April 22nd, in Scripps Sports Network, we had the Atlanta Vibe fell the Grand Rapids Rise in 5 sets, 3-2. On April 23rd, the Indy Knight swept the Orlando Valkyries 3-0. On April 24th, the Columbus Fury fell the Omaha Super Rose in 4, 3-1. And then another Scripps Sports Network YouTube game. That was Pulse, and a win in 5 sets, or City Mojo 3-2. On April 25th, we had the Orlando Valkyries 5-set victorious over the Rapids 3-2. On April 26th, on Vice TV, San Diego Mojo defeated the Columbus Fury 3-0 in a sweep. And then the CBS Sports Network game, the Indy Knight defeated the Vibe in 4 sets, 3-1. And on April 30th, on the Roku channel, the Grand Rapids Rise fell the San Diego Mojo in a sweep 3-0. And on May 1st, Scripps Sports Network YouTube game, Orlando Valkyries 4-set winners over the Vibe at home. The Orlando Valkyries were at home, and they won 3-1. So it's into the Samsung TV Plus app and YouTube game. But not everyone has Samsung TV Plus. You know, maybe only on Samsung TVs. You have Samsung Smart TVs. And scripts for maybe not every like streaming service. Even those free to air ones like Pluto TV, Tubi TV, like Roku channel. Not everyone might not be with the scripts for network. So that's partially probably why it's part on YouTube as well. You know, because not really like free to air streaming television service. It's like ad supported. Has um like these channels, and that's why it's ad free because like DirecTV has a free tier of that. You know, they always have all these. It's like ad support, basically, where you don't pay nothing for it, but you watch ads. There's ads, and you know those ads support the channel. You know, support running the channels. You know, because it's probably cheap. It's cheap programming, but you still gotta find a way to pay for it somehow. You know. So. Mm-hmm. And then the Columbus Free almost defeat the Indian Knight, but the Indian Knight win in 5 sets. At the Fisher's events, Indian Knight do. As they win 3 sets to over the Columbus Fury. And then on Victory Plus, Roma Supernovas got swept by the Elspos 3-0. And then May 3rd, the final day of the season, the Atlanta Vibe swept the Columbus Fury 3-0 on the road. Sending Mojo followed the on the road in Indianapolis 3-1. And those scripts were 82 game. In the final Vice TV game of the season, the Orlando Valkyries defeat the Dallas Pulse 3-1. And then we have your playoffs on starting Thursday, May 7th. And we have the Indian Knight, the 1 seed, taking on the 4 seed, the Omaha Supernovas, at the Comera Center at 7 p.m. Eastern on ION. And then the Dallas Pulse will take on the San Diego Mojo at the Comera Center. And it's to be announced. And that's probably going to be 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first game. So that's 9:30 Eastern, 9 Eastern. Who knows? I'm assuming it would just be like how the NCAA does their volleyball tournament, like the set, like the first round, you know, and for the regionals, or for like this round of 16, or does the national semifinals where they have 30 minutes space between games, or like tournaments, you know, like multi-team events or tournaments like throughout the season, you know, early in the season. They have tournaments, whatever, all three, but you have a 7-place game, even in NCAA. So that's how they do it, you know, or you know, youth tournaments. There's like a little bit of break. You know, there's always a little bit of a break on each court. You know, just so the players can warm up, get the courts clean the courts off and stuff a little bit. No sweat and that. And yeah. And let them players warm up. So yeah, that's basically that. No? So it's 3-0. And then the winner of like each game, the semifinal winners. And that's not like League One volleyball where they do the best 2 out of 3. Or the basically best 2 out of 3. But the third game is just like the golden set. That's how kind of, instead of playing 3 games, that's how they determine the third game. If there's a 1-on-1 tiebreaker, that's how they determine it. It's with the golden set. And they don't do like, I thought, you know, like international rules, you know, or like international play, or you know, like sports where they have like the combined score between the 2 games. And then if it's tied, then they might go to like a tiebreaker, like the golden set. Number of sets won is the deciding factor. Number of sets won, you know, would be. But no, not in. Yes, Major League what kind of there's like the international rules, more so for like the regular season. I don't mind that, you know. And then this one, I kind of like this better because I don't know. I mean, I like the other because it gives more games. Then yeah, but then if somebody wins, mm, you know, it's more easier to follow through like a casual viewer. Also, you know, too, you know, just hey, I'm watching this game. Oh hey, this team, if this team ends up, you know, they'll move on to the championship. Okay, and if the other team wins, they'll play another set. The winner of that set goes on the championship. So it's a little bit more, you know, but not in the championship match. For the Major League Volleyball will be at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern on Ion Television. And Ion Television is on free-to-air streaming television services like Pluto, Tubi, and so on. And it's also over the air network. And it's also on like TV providers like DirecTV, Dish Network. You know, if you have an Ion affiliate area, which usually you do. But typically, it's hard to get on like over-the-air antenna, for at least for me. It's not like in like the main channel where all the main shows are CBS, ABC, the Fox, NBC, the PBS affiliate, even my CW affiliate I can get. You know, so I mean, even though she flying antenna, you need that actually like really good antenna to actually get Ion over there, or live near, live closer to the area where you can get Ion. So you know what I mean? I need like a really good antenna just to get Ion. So I'm happy it's at least on free or streaming television.